Hi, Andres. Andres, am I audible to you? Hello.
Hi there.
Yeah. So our agents are joining. We have given them time for 4 p.m. IST.
Yep.
So we will wait for five more minutes so that most of them can join.
Would you?
Then we can start with the presentation.
Sounds good. Do I need to keep my camera on?
Yeah, you can off the camera right now, and after that you can open your camera when you have to start with the presentation.
Can do.
Okay.
Alrighty. I feel that there's a delay, or is it not?
ईयरफोन जाओ किसी की भी है ईयरफोन चाहिए जो लीड वाला हो ब्लूटूथ कनेक्ट नहीं हो रहा हो वरना मैं अपने ही कर लेती
भाई को छुपा दूंगा।
Hi, team. I'm just wondering, is there any delay in terms of listening to what I'm saying now?
Sorry.
Do you feel that there's a delay, or you can hear me perfectly?
Yeah, we can hear you perfectly.
Okay, sounds good.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Thanks for joining the webinar. So today we have Andes from Luge and Skyline, Kuala Lumpur. So he is senior marketing manager. So he will be telling us about Luge and Skyline and how to sell it. Okay. So I'm excited. Okay. Yeah, he will be answering your most of the questions. Yeah, you can ask your questions. So he will give you the presentation. After that, you can ask your questions. Okay. Yeah, so we will wait for 1 or 2 minutes more, then Anders will start with the presentation. Okay. Yes, Ishan, it will be exciting session. We will wait for 1 minute more, then we can start with the presentation. We are waiting for some of the agents who are joining. Okay. Thank you, Ishan. So, guys, have you heard of Skyline Luge, Malaysia? Okay. You have heard of Singapore. Yeah. Yes. So, okay. So how many of you have heard of Luge and Skyline Malaysia? And how many of you have been to? Okay. Okay. How many of you have been to Malaysia? Okay. Ishan has been to Malaysia. Okay. Great. Great. Okay. So I think now we can start with. So most of the agents have already joined. Okay. So Anders, you can start with the presentation.
Sure. Thank you so much, Tabish. And hello, everybody. My name is Anders. I'm the Sales and Marketing Manager in Skyline Luge Kuala Lumpur, specifically in Malaysia, as per Tabish mentioned. Just a quick introduction. Like we are, if you already been to Singapore, we are exactly the same thing. It is our sister attraction in Singapore, in Sentosa. So Skyline Luge is a New Zealand company, and of course, it started out in Queenstown, which is actually one of the main attraction within the city as well. So before we start the presentation, I think it's always very important for a theme park to showcase how exciting it is by actually showing you a video, because I felt that live photos and videos is a lot more committed and able to showcase what the fun elements in our park before I actually go on with the presentation. So pass back to you, Tabish, whenever you're ready to showcase.
Yes, yes, we can show.
Skyline Enterprises is on a mission to bring real fun to communities around the world. We take fun to the next level using an unlimited energy source, gravity. From New Zealand to Canada, South Korea to Singapore, and now right here in Malaysia, we are spreading the thrill. For Skyline Luge Kuala Lumpur, this is just the beginning. At Skyline Luge Kuala Lumpur, we're dedicated to giving you the ultimate thrill experience for your friends and family. For the past year, we have created lasting, one-of-a-kind memories for over 1 million riders. Behind every thrilling ride is a team dedicated to creating a safe and seamless experience for you. We're with you every step of the way. A unique, gravity-fueled adventure for everyone. No one gets left out on the fun. With adventure comes precious memories with friends and family. Skyline Luge Kuala Lumpur is the place to be. One for the memories.
You get to experience the rush of speed in a safe and controlled environment. My bucket list is to try all the Skyline Luge all over the world.
I think the colourful neon lights just makes the ride more magical and more wonderful to ride down.
Yang paling saya suka Sky Ride sebab dia punya view dia cantik gila.
The staff was super friendly and they taught us how to ride. I can go fast and slow whenever I want during the ride.
And after the ride, we actually got ice cream and milkshake. It was really good. It's a great way to end the day.
Skyline Luge Kuala Lumpur. 1 year is never enough. Let's create more unforgettable moments together.
So I think you guys are very excited. So tell you more about it. I have been to I have been to Malaysia. So when I was in Malaysia, I went to Luge and Skyline. It was very exciting. I really enjoyed it, and this helped me and showed me all the rides and all the paths that in night neon lights are there. So it's equally exciting. So Andres will tell more about it. Yeah.
Yep, we can straight jump into the presentation slide. Before we go on further to the presentation slide, a lot of people will always ask me the same question. So like they will say that, oh, I've been in Singapore. What is the difference between Singapore and Malaysia, for instance? So from a theme park point of view, the most important thing is that first of all, we open every day until 10 p.m. Versus other parks, they don't actually open every day until 10 p.m. They only maybe open on weekends or maybe in school holidays during their own respective one. So that is actually very good, especially for your market as well. Because if let's say one your guests they felt that during the daytime it's a little bit hot or the weather to do outdoor activities, you can always still choose us to do nighttime activities because we open until 10 p.m. That's number one. Number two, the biggest difference that we have over here is that we have 4 different tracks. Certain attraction, they have maybe a bit lesser tracks. For us, the 4 tracks, because we are the newest park in the world, our track is also more adventure design. So there's more spiral, it's more slippery, and then it's actually able to actually go on more sharp corners. We also have one of the longest tunnel that we have. Here in all the Skyline Luge profile. So that's why all these things is actually very unique that's versus other park of Skyline portfolio, for instance, in Queenstown, Rotorua, Singapore, or even in Korea. But I think the most important thing for all the agents out there is the competitive price point. For Tabish as well, like we currently doing a many tactical promotion specifically targeting the Indian market. And we understand Indian markets is always very price conscious. And versus other theme parks or other attraction in Singapore and Queenstown, we have a lot more competitive pricing, which is actually very good price for value for your guests and for yourself as well. Tabish, whenever you're ready, we can jump into the presentation.
So I hope you guys are excited. So hi Prasoon. Okay. So for you guys, if you come to Luge and Skyline, there is a first they will train you how to ride. Okay, so once you are trained, then only you are allowed to go on the ride. Yes, yeah, they will train you with the brakes, how you should how it runs. Then you are allowed to go on the track. Okay, so we will take questions after the presentation. Yeah,
Yep.
you can just write your questions. I will ask same questions with Andres. Andres will happy to answer those questions. Okay, so now we are moving on to the presentation that has prepared for us. Okay, so Andres, we can start with the presentation now.
Sure. There might be a little bit delay because I can't see my own presentation for some odd reason, but no worries because I also launching into YouTube as well. That's like few seconds delay, but I know that we are on our first slide. So looking at the first slide, you can see this is the overview. In terms of like our attraction itself. Number one question: where are we situated? We say Kuala Lumpur. We've been saying Kuala Lumpur for the longest time. So where exactly Skyline Luge Kuala Lumpur is? So if you know where the Twin Towers or the KL Towers is actually in the city center. From the city center to Skyline Luge is approximately 40 minutes by transportation, car or buses. We have direct access via highways or via paid tolls, and that's approximately 40 kilometers away from downtown. But don't worry if you are based in even Mumbai, Chennai, or even the big cities. Our traffic is not it's not as busy as in India. So the like the navigation is actually quite easy. So if we can actually jump into slide number 3, I will just quickly go through on that. So I hope that we are in slide number 3. Just a quick one. Skyline Luge is actually owned and directly operated by Skyline Enterprise, which is actually a New Zealand company. So for the past 60 years, we've been actually operating out of Queenstown, and of course, for Luge itself, is actually been 40 years. And just to share as well, in June this year, we will be celebrating 100 million rides around the world. That means that we actually have 100 million riders that actually ride through Skyline Luge in the 8 locations that we have worldwide. Because Malaysia is very new in Kuala Lumpur, we only opened a year and a half ago. So we only contributed a very shy 2.2 million riders so far. But because we also know that with Indian agent you guys support, we will be able to contribute even more moving into the future. But for June and July specifically, we will do tactical activities whereby on site or in the attraction event, we will do 100 million celebration, and then there's a lot of instant win activities that's actually going to happen. Can I go to the next slide? So for the next slide over here, on the left side, you will see that there's a few different colors that actually that showcase over here. This is actually our track map. So looking at this track map, is stated here 1.6 kilometer of fast-paced fun. What exactly means is that in totality, we have actually a 1.6 kilometer of tracks that's around it. Different colors represent different tracks that is. So luge is spelled as Luge. So that's why each of the track is actually represented by that. So we have the legend track, ultra, gravity, and express. If you look at the green track right over there, that is actually the longest track that we currently have. It's approximately 660 meters long. The blue track that you see is called the express track. It looks a bit short because the blue color is quite limited. But if you look properly, it actually links into the orange track and eventually it goes down to the bottom station. So how it works is that every time when you start your luge, first of all, of course, you need to take the sky ride or what we call a chairlift to go up to the top of the hill, and then you luge down. We have different kind of combo tickets. Specifically with the Tribe Clan, we sell either a 4 luge ticket or a 5 luge ticket. What do we mean by that? So for a 4 luge ticket means that one person like me and this, I will be able to ride 4 times on the sky ride to go up to the top of the hill and 4 times to take the luge to come down. Since we have 4 different tracks, so every time you can actually try a different track. So the scenery, the challenge is a little bit different. Most of our guests say that Express is the gravity track, the pink track is actually the most exciting track because there's actually more sharp corners, there's spirals, so that's actually quite fun. But one key feature, the track colors that you see right over there, that is exactly how it will be illuminated at night as well. So during night time, all the different tracks is illuminated in green, orange, blue, and pink. So it's very, very beautiful. And I hope that just now, in terms of the video, you're able to see a little bit. Very good. For the next slide. So for the next slide, it's quite simple. Other than like luge and skyride, what do we have over here? I put it here: drinks, shop, and amenities. So like, of course, we have a thing called Luge View Cafe. So on the Luge View Cafe itself, it serves some cold drinks, New Zealand imported ice creams. Our retail shop actually have some photos as well that we actually sell. But of course, we have some convenient amenities, for instance, lockers, restrooms, and for the Muslim, we have actually specific prayer rooms as well. So these are some of the additional facilities that we actually have here in Skyline Luge. Many Asian will ask me, so how long do we need to spend in Skyline Luge? Is it a full day activities? Do I need to spend half a day? Our recommendation is always have a minimum of 2 hours to spend for your 4 or 5 luge rides. So think about it. Your traveling period from KL downtown to Luge is 40 minutes. You spend 2 hours in our site, then you have another 40 minutes to travel back into KL downtown. It's a perfect half a day itinerary. So many of you, like when you do itinerary, it's always the trio. It's always Genting Highland, it's always Batu Cave, it's always Sunway Lagoon. So what we wanted to tell you is that in Kuala Lumpur, we have something new. We have something that is actually very exciting and is very suitable for family with kids and of course for team building activity as well. Specifically for Indian market, we've been having quite a few big corporate groups or what we call MICE group meeting and incentive that came over throughout the last 2 years, 1 year and a half. And also, we actually have small series tours that come specifically from Chennai that they actually do like a 2 day, 2 hours activity over here. How they do the itinerary in Kuala Lumpur is actually quite specific. So what they do in the morning is that they will have a half day KL downtown tours, maybe including a hop-off bus, maybe including KL Towers. And then after lunch, they will travel into Skyline Luge, spend around in totality 3 to 4 hours, including the transport, come back to KL downtown, do dinner, and do shopping. So that is a perfect 1 day itinerary that's actually for Kuala Lumpur itself. And that will be the itinerary that we will recommend you to put it up together as well. So this is actually a perfect place because when you actually look into theme park, yes, it might take up a full day of your itinerary. But then again, if you wanted to put in more, how do you say, value added activities or more variety of it, it's a little bit hard because they take up quite a big space. But ours is perfect if, let's say, you have extended itinerary into Langkawi later or into other part of the city, then we will be a perfect scenario to go on with it. Good for next slide. So the next slide is actually telling you a little bit more blue, like rather than the green that we normally have. So what is this blue about it? So this, well, you can read over here a lot of wording, but just keep it simple. It's a brand new attraction coming into Skyline Luge Kuala Lumpur. Specifically, this will be launching in Q3, which is next quarter. It's actually called High Fly Zipline. Zipline, if you know, Flying Fox, very direct from top to the bottom, straight go down. But ours is different because ours is going to be a brand new technology. It's going to be first in Asia, whereby that will be actually skipping through corners. And when they go down, it's actually spiral 720 degrees as well. So this technology is actually from Italy, brand new in this part of the world. And if you guys joining in or later, once we launch, we definitely will be able to work with TravClan in terms of having a combo ticket together with Luge and high fly. So for whatever agent they are interested to have a longer itinerary in Skyline Luge Kuala Lumpur, they will be able to add on this high fly activity, and it's actually very new, not just in Malaysia but the whole Asia as well. One thing is actually quite worthy to note is that many of the Indian itinerary, like or Indian tourists, if they actually been in Singapore, they most likely have been in Sentosa, took a Mount Faber, or actually go to Luge or Wing of Times. So with this, like they would know and understand the activity very well. And I know that as you guys that sells itinerary into Singapore as well, you will know that Luge is one of the key attraction for family with kids, even for series tour as well, because it's actually really fun. So we hope that to bring this fun into Malaysia, giving you a Malaysia pricing to be more competitive, and it's also not too far from the city center. The next slide, please. So, in a nutshell, just now I talked a few things about it, but what I wanted you to remember is just these few things. First, what is our operation hour? We operate 10 o'clock in the morning until 10 p.m. every day, except Wednesday we are closed. Most of the theme park here in Malaysia actually close either Tuesday or Wednesday, but for us it's Wednesday, and we open during school holiday and public holiday. In terms of tickets that we have the 5 luge and also the 4 luge that we work with Tribe Clan specifically. That will be the best value ticket for your guests because they were able to enjoy all the tracks that's being offered here in Skyline Luge, Kuala Lumpur. Where exactly we are situated? We are situated is what we call the state of Selangor. But just remember, from KLCC or from the KL Towers, it's only 40 minutes by car from downtown KL to where we are, which is we are situated in the northwest of Kuala Lumpur. Whereas the airport is situated in the southeast of Kuala Lumpur. So that's a little bit different. And of course, we like these are some of the dates that we have. We open in December 2023, so it's actually good fun. For the next slide, it shows you the 3 main activity that we just touched through just now. So one is actually the luge activity. So you can see that like I give you a little bit like introduction as well. What do we call it? So we always say that it's a thrilling outdoor activities. It's very suitable for family with kids. Then we have the sky ride. This sky ride is actually for you or for the guests to go up to the top because luge is all gravity. There's no model. So people would think that we are go-kart, like a go-kart, but we don't use any machinery. Everything based on gravity to go downhill. So you take the sky ride to go up, then you take the luge to go down. And of course, the upcoming attraction, I see that like it's Q2 over here. I didn't do the changes, apologize. But this will be the brand new attraction that we are launching in Q3. So just remember, my mom is 73 years old. Every school holiday, she will bring my niece and nephew to Skyline Luge to have fun. So if you are telling me like you are worried that if let's say the grandparents are unable to do it, don't worry because my parents, my mom, my dad, everybody they like ride the luge for at least more minimum 4 to 5 times every time they come, and they come almost every school holiday. So the last slide that I have over here, this is just some of the key facts that you have, or you, if you are interested to actually know a little bit about it. I don't go through in terms of it. It's more towards if, let's say, your corporate or your clientele wanted to know some of the key facts that we have, these are the key facts that we listed and you'll be able to utilize. That's it. This is, I think it's a short presentation, but before I ended the presentation, I have a quick 30-second video that I would like to show it to you. So pass back to you, Tabish, whenever you're ready.
Yeah. So we have some questions from our agents. Yeah. So Prasoon and Antara, Anushka, they have asked a question. How does the average luge ride takes? How many rides can a visitor enjoy in one session?
So it depends on which combo ticket that you take. So like if let's say you're taking 4 luge, that means that per person they will be able to ride for 4 times. Does that answer the question?
Yes, yes,
Yeah. So if let's say they are taking the 5 luge ticket, so means
correct.
that every person will be able to take for 5 rides. And people will ask, oh, but you only have 4 tracks. What do you mean by 5 rides then? So like we don't control which track that you go to.
Correct.
So if let's say if you take 5 rides and then you wanted to go for the same track for 5 times, it will be up to you. But our best recommendation is every track you try once, your favorite track go for the second time.
Okay. Next question is mine. So, how is your partnership with TrapClan is going on?
Oh, it's great. I think Trev Clem is a very good partner, been very supportive. Unfortunately, Trev Clan actually invited us to caravan event, but because the period is actually a little bit too close in terms of some of the domestic activities that we have, so unfortunately, I'm not able to meet you all on site in the different cities. I hope that sometime soon in the future I'll be able
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
But like TravClan has been a very important partner, and that's why we wanted to do more together with TravClan in order to get this partnership going, to let people know more about Skyline Luge in Kuala Lumpur here in Malaysia.
correct, correct. For sure, we will meet in next caravan. Okay, so next question is, can you describe different use tracks? So, I think Andreas has already described different use tracks. And regarding the cost transfer, you can send us the requirement. We will send you the quotation for that. Okay, so the next question is, do you offer any special arrangement for schools and corporate groups for MICE booking? Any special arrangement? What we can do for MICE arrangements?
Right. So special arrangement maybe not necessary from a price point of view because I think together with Tabish and TrevClan, we're really providing a very value for money in terms of the pricing point, but it will be more towards a guest service or added service that we are providing. So a lot of times when it's actually mice group or even school groups, specifically let's say about school groups, many school groups they want some sort of education elements when it comes to like coming into a theme park. So what we normally do is what we call a fireside chat. So if you know, like for instance in winter time you will sit around the fire and then you will do some little chat. So we call it fireside chat, whereby we will get our operation manager or our maintenance supervisor. They will come and tell you a little bit about luge, the history of it, how does it activate it, what is the gravitational pull, or some of this slightly more education element. Approximately, it will be fast, not too long, approximately 10 to 15 minutes. And of course, if the teacher and students have some question, then they will throw it back to us. We'll be able to answer on that. More casual, nothing sit down, nothing lecturer, because in Skyline Luge, we believe fun is everything. But we are able to provide this special catering service for free if let's say the school wanted to have it. That's specifically for school. For mice specifically, I think mice a lot of time they want us to facilitate because for mice group there's multiple buses coming in. For instance, the buses, how do we actually arrange it? Like how many groups, the interval that we have. Are we able to arrange a specific site zone? Can we give out a specific briefing for them before they go on to it? Those are the small things that we normally do for a big mice group. So before they come in, then maybe we'll ask them to sit on the bus first. Our supervisor, our ticketing team will go up to the bus, give a briefing on top of what the team leader gives, because like when people very excited they don't listen, so we wanted to make sure that they listen to the instruction, follow the instruction before they come down to the buses. We will tell them like some of it, and most important, normally we will block that time slot if let's say a big group, to ensure that you guys have like a more, how do you say that, a facilitation that's able to go on to it. So that will be more towards from a mind's point of view.
Okay. Okay. Hello, Path. Hello for you travels. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Is the attraction suitable for all groups including family, children, and senior citizens? Yes, yes. This is suitable for senior citizen, as Anders mentioned. Okay. Khushi is asking one question here. The exactly used line skyline is located in Malaysia, and what is the key highlight compared to other luge locations?
Yeah, I think like the key highlight definitely, like when it comes to it is definitely our night operation. That's number one key highlight. Then other than that is also like our track is actually more fun. Oh, I shouldn't put it that way. Let me rephrase that. Like maybe my colleague will be angry with me in Singapore. No, but what I'm trying to say is that like because we are the newest, so we've been building 7 different track site in before this, so we know what are the best thing that guests likes it, and
Correct,
that
correct.
all pours into Kuala Lumpur. So our track slope, the gradient, so the slope of it is actually even more slopey versus, like for instance, Singapore. So you can go a bit faster. And then the track that's actually turn and twist, that's actually a little bit more challenging. So I would say that this will be the 2 main point. But actually within Skyline Luge itself is something like Sentosa, whereby we have other attraction around it as well. But of course, this is different pricing. So like Sentosa, like we have different attraction. So beside us, we actually have an attraction called Fun Park. If you wanted to extend in terms of what actually have over here, there's actually other attraction, for instance, Ferris wheels, or even some, like fun fair activities that's actually in within the area as well. And beside us, we are building a brand new retail outlets. Approximately 75 retail shops will be built, hopefully to be open by early next year, and that will bring us into a more destination that currently that we have. So from that perspective, you will have more things to offer within here in Skyline Luge Kuala Lumpur.
Okay, so we will take one or two questions more. Okay, so last 1 minute. Okay, so Anders, which is your favorite track?
My favorite track is
Person.
definitely Express. I mean, it might be look the shortest, but it's actually I don't know whether you guys seen the video just now. In the tunnel, there's actually whooshing lights, LED lights going through it.
Correct,
That's
correct.
actually very beautiful and it's actually very fun. You don't find it anywhere else in Skyline, because they don't. Most of the Skyline doesn't have tunnel. That's my favorite. But actually, guest wise or visitors, they prefer Gravity, which is the pink track, because there's a lot more in terms of turning and twists for them. So that will be their favorite track.
Okay, so thank you for the response. So we will take the last question. That is there any weight restrictions?
Weight restriction, very good question. Most of the theme park, they are worried in terms of weight restriction. We do not have it. So like from our side, as long as you are able to use your upper body perfectly, because you need to remember when you take the luge, you need to sit down all the way almost to the floor, because for carts, they almost stick to the floor. So you need to have good upper body movement because you control using your hand. So when what you do is that when you release a little bit, the car will go, and when you brake, you pull it back. So upper body management, as long as you are able to do this and able to stand up and walk, then there's no weight limit when it comes to that. So no worry about being more than 130 kilos. I can't do this. I can't do that. We don't have weight limit.
Correct, correct.
But one thing, we do have height limit. So height limit is not maximum but minimum. So two things. If you are 85 cm and below, that means 2 years old and below, you are not able to participate in skyride or even in luge. If you are pregnant, you are also not able to participate in luge and skyride. So for younger kids, kids that's between 2 to 5 years old, that's specifically 85 centimeters to 110, they can actually ride together with an adult. So together, so one luge cart, the kids in the front, and then I ride at the back. That can be done. But this ticket only sells at ticketing counter as an add-on because we need to check the height. So if let's say your guest wanted to do it, you can, but you just have to buy the ticket at the ticketing counter when we actually do the height check. Otherwise, everybody is one price fits all, and Tapish will have the best rate for you.
So one thing that I want to add that you can record your video as well while writing the huge. So you can record your video. So thank you, Ishan. Okay. No, no, Ishan, infant can't take rights. Okay, so we will end up with a video. So we are playing one video for to get more clarity on it. Okay. Yeah. So This is the video. I hope you all are excited to come to Luge and Skyline. Anders is waiting to welcome you. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Anders.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining in Friday evening. I know that it's almost a weekend, but thank you so much. Happy sailing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.